What is going on, movie fanatics and pop culture zealots? Welcome back to Nerd Flame. I'm your host, Mr. Flame, and today we are absolutely igniting the ultimate firestorm of hype. We're diving deep into the most colossal animated sequels, reboots, and even some dream projects that are shattering the internet with anticipation. Forget everything you thought you knew about the future of cinema, because the next few years are bringing back some of the biggest, most beloved, and most bankable animated franchises in history. And we're here to dissect every rumor, every whisper, and every shred of potential glorious detail. Get ready to feel the pure, unadulterated energy of nostalgia colliding with the future, because the posters I've been cooking up for these are just the tip of the iceberg of a truly mind-blowing slate of upcoming projects. The first mega project we need to talk about, hitting the screens in 2026 and already having fans in a total frenzy, is one that has been hinted at for years. A sequel that many thought would never materialize, but whose possibility sends shivers down the spines of animation purists and box office analysts alike. The movie that has everyone talking in hushed, reverent tones is Toy Story 5. The sheer gravity of this film cannot be overstated. The previous installment offered what many considered to be the perfect, emotional, and definitive farewell to a truly iconic collection of characters, wrapping up the central themes of growing up and letting go with a beautiful, tear-jerking finality. But the power of a beloved brand and the endless possibility within its universe has clearly called the legendary studio back to the workbench. And now the internet is ablaze with speculation about the new direction. The big question swirling around the sequel is simple. What story is left to tell with Woody and Buzz, characters who achieved their emotional closure? Rumors suggest a radical shift in perspective, perhaps focusing on a completely new cast of toys in an unexpected setting, maybe even exploring the complex, unseen world of vintage or collector's items, expanding the lore far beyond the safe confines of a child's room. Fans are both cautiously optimistic and fiercely protective of the original legacy, desperate to see a story that justifies its existence, not just a cash grab. The pressure is astronomical for the creative team to deliver something that feels fresh yet deeply familiar, something that respects the legacy of the past, while pushing the boundaries of what this franchise can be. And the casting rumors for new key voices are already dominating social media threads, guaranteeing this film will be a cultural moment when it arrives. Moving into 2026, the second title that is setting the digital world on fire is a fantastical reboot of a modern classic that truly established a new standard for animated excellence and world building. Live-action How to Train Your Dragon. While technically a live-action adaptation, the heart of this franchise is pure animation gold, and the anticipation is thick enough to cut with a Viking axe. The original trilogy perfected the art of character growth, mythic adventure, and the deeply emotional bond between a boy and his mythical beast, a bond so pure that it resonates across all demographics. The excitement for this iteration stems from the promise of seeing the breathtaking world of Berk, the majestic dragons, and the unparalleled feeling of flying brought to life with cutting-edge visual effects that simply weren't possible when the original films were conceived. The internet is already flooded with fan mock-ups of how Toothless will look in photorealistic detail, debating whether the transition from animation to live action will capture the expressive, soulful eyes of the Night Fury that defined his character. Whispers from the production camp suggest a commitment to practical effects where possible, grounding the fantastical elements in a tangible reality, attempting to avoid the weightless CGI criticism that plagues some modern blockbusters, and the casting of the lead roles is already a source of intense discussion, with fans demanding actors who can embody the unique blend of charm, awkwardness, and heroism that the characters require. The sheer scale of what this reboot promises, epic aerial battles, intimate character moments, and a return to the beloved lore, is enough to make any film enthusiast clear their calendar and secure their tickets well in advance. Sliding into 2027, the next mega sequel is a truly massive return to a global phenomenon, one of the most successful animated franchises in cinematic history, a juggernaut that transcends age and language. Frozen 3. The original film and its equally successful sequel became more than just movies. They became cultural institutions, soundtracking an entire generation and proving the enduring power of sisterly love and self-discovery. The long-awaited third chapter promises to further explore the massive, magical world established in the first two films, expanding the mythology of Arendelle and the mysterious forces of nature that surround it. Fan theories are running wild, suggesting everything from Elsa leaving Arendelle to embark on a new, world-spanning adventure to Anna having to confront a political or existential threat to her newly established kingdom. There's intense speculation about the introduction of a completely new set of elemental powers, perhaps a new, formidable magical counterpart to Elsa's icy abilities, or the revelation of a lost civilization connected to the spirits of the forest. The studio has kept an incredibly tight lid on any official plot details, fueling the rumor mill to an unprecedented degree, a brilliant move that only serves to amplify the anticipation. The return of the iconic voice cast is a given, but the musical direction is another hot topic, with fans debating how the new soundtrack will manage to capture the lightning-in-a-bottle success of its predecessors. This is a film that doesn't just need to be good. It needs to be an event, a continuation of a legacy, and the internet is already bracing for the emotional and commercial tidal wave it will undoubtedly create. Now for a piece of pure, hypothetical, internet-shattering gold that my team at Nerd Flame has cooked up for a potential 2027 release. Wreck-It Ralph 3. Game Over. The original Wreck-It Ralph movies were a triumphant blend of nostalgia, cutting-edge animation, and surprisingly deep emotional storytelling, successfully navigating the complex world of video game culture with heart and humor. And a third installment is the sequel everyone wants but hasn't officially been granted. The concept of Game Over is intrinsically exciting because it suggests the highest possible stakes, a final, catastrophic threat to the entire arcade ecosystem. A story that potentially sees Ralph and Vanellope having to venture outside the familiar walls of their home and into a realm previously unexplored. Rumors we've heard, or perhaps wished into existence, suggest a plot where a new, insidious form of digital malware or a rogue artificial intelligence begins to corrupt the gaming world, forcing our heroes to team up with characters from completely different gaming eras, perhaps finally seeing the highly requested, fully realized appearances of truly iconic, non-Disney-owned characters that fans have been clamoring for since the first movie. The complexity of the Game Over scenario is its sheer dramatic potential. Could a character actually cease to exist? Could the core theme of finding one's purpose be challenged by total erasure? Fans online have been crafting elaborate storyboards and character wish lists, desperate for a story that gives Vanellope a chance to truly become the ultimate racer she was destined to be while Ralph grapples with a new iteration of his self-worth. This sequel, while a figment of our collective imagination for now, perfectly captures the kind of high-stakes, deeply personal adventure that made the first two films such cultural touchstones, and the poster for it is already one of my personal favorites. Pushing the animated excitement into 2028, we arrive at another sequel that has been the subject of endless online petitions and fan art, a film that promises a triumphant return to a world of hilarious, high-octane animal espionage. Zootopia 2. The first film was a groundbreaking masterpiece of animated filmmaking, using its vibrant anthropomorphic world to deliver a sharp, timely, and deeply important message about prejudice, stereotypes, and systemic issues, all wrapped up in a thrilling buddy cop mystery. The sequel is poised to dive deeper into the established relationship between Officer Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, who have evolved from unlikely partners to a formidable team. And the anticipation is centered on seeing this duo tackle a new, even more complex mystery that could rock the foundations of their supposedly civilized society. Fan speculation is rife, with rumors about the sequel's central theme. Could it be tackling an issue like class division, or perhaps a closer look at the species-specific limitations and regulations that the city's seemingly perfect harmony conceals? Rumors suggest a potential plot involving the savage nature returning in a new, technologically driven way, forcing Judy and Nick to confront the primal instincts that still linger beneath the surface of their urban jungle. The sheer potential for new, brilliantly designed environments and unique, diverse animal characters is enough to generate immense excitement, and fans are desperate to see the return of the original voice cast and the iconic comedic chemistry that made the first film a smash hit. This is the kind of sequel that has the chance to be even better than the original, delivering a bigger, more ambitious mystery with an even deeper emotional and thematic core. And here's another major blockbuster concept, one that every fan has mentally cast and written a script for, a truly iconic animation property getting a long overdue, much desired sequel in 2028, The Incredibles 3. The Incredibles franchise, under the guiding hand of its visionary creator, is one of the most celebrated takes on the superhero genre in any medium, flawlessly blending sharp, witty family dynamics with explosive, creatively staged action sequences, and the expectation for a third installment is simply enormous. The Incredibles too perfectly set the stage for a new era, with Baby Jack's boundless, chaotic powers officially recognized, opening up a near-infinite array of narrative possibilities, and fans are dying to see the Parr family operate as a fully realized, official superhero team, confronting a threat that requires their combined, unique skill sets. Rumors surrounding the third film center on the idea of a whole new generation of supervillains rising up, potentially individuals who grew up idolizing the original supers, but have twisted their hero worship into a dangerous obsession, or perhaps the return of a forgotten foe whose powers have grown exponentially over time. The internet is clamoring for a deeper dive into the relationship between Violet and her burgeoning powers, and the comedic potential of Dash and Jack's sibling rivalry and chaotic teamwork is simply too good to pass up. The creative challenge for this film is to raise the stakes without sacrificing the intimate family core that makes the series work, and the sheer volume of fan art and hypothetical plot summaries online proves that the demand for this sequel is absolutely deafening, making it one of the most talked about, wish-listed animated films in Hollywood history. Finally, let's wrap up this incredible list with a truly epic hypothetical project. Another one of the major cinematic universes that fans are clamoring to see continue, a stunning and imaginative continuation slated for 2029, a movie that promises to expand the scope of one of the most gorgeous and emotionally resonant films ever made, Moana 3. The original film introduced us to a breathtaking world of South Pacific mythology, unforgettable songs, and a powerful message about identity and heritage. And while a live-action reboot is confirmed, the potential for a third animated chapter to further explore the high seas and the rich lore of the demigod Maui and the brave Wayfinder is almost too exciting to contain. Moana 3 is my pitch for a triumphant return to AEI, potentially seeing a grown-up Moana having to guide her people through a new environmental or mystical crisis that requires an epic voyage far beyond the known islands. Fan theories suggest a plot that could introduce new, formidable Polynesian gods or spirits that challenge the very balance of nature, forcing Moana to harness the full extent of her leadership and wayfinding skills, or perhaps a journey to the sunken home of Tamatoa for a final, epic confrontation. The sheer visual spectacle that a third animated installment could deliver, utilizing the latest advancements in CGI water and environment rendering, is enough to get the entire fan base hyped, and the possibility of new, original songs from the genius creative team would immediately put this film at the top of everyone's must-watch list. The emotional connection fans have with Moana's journey of self-discovery and her powerful connection to the ocean makes the prospect of a third chapter an incredibly rich, emotionally resonant opportunity for the studio to explore new themes of mentorship and legacy within the Polynesian cultural landscape. And there you have it, fellow nerd flommers, the absolute firestorm of animated sequels, reboots, and pure, concentrated hype that is set to explode across cinemas over the next few years. From the unexpected return of iconic toys to the further adventures of beloved superheroes and demigods, the future of animation is looking impossibly bright and utterly spectacular. Every one of these films, whether officially confirmed or existing purely in the realm of passionate fan anticipation, holds the power to not just entertain us, but to redefine a generation of animated classics, cementing their place as cultural cornerstones for years to come. The next few years are going to be a pure feast for the eyes and the soul, and I, Mr. Flame, am ready to witness every glorious moment. Now, which of these animated titans are you most hyped to see on the big screen? And what plot twist are you desperately hoping for? Drop your thoughts, your wildest theories, and your demands for my next fake poster in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and join the Nerd Flame family for more deep dives into the films that truly set the world on fire.
I didn't know this was even possible. I learned how to make money online. The link is right below in the first pinned comment.